The next BattleBit Remastered update is just around the corner, so now's the perfect time to jump in and try out some guns which I think will do pretty well with the new changes. As you can see, we're going to look at 4 different guns, but starting off with the Ultimax 100. Now with the Ultimax, I think this is one of the worst guns in the game at the moment, being one of the worst LMGs. The main change I wanted to focus on is the medium range scope update, which is reducing the recoil dramatically, so you're able to fire more effectively over range. So I thought one of the guns that should benefit from this the most is the Ultimax 100. Right now it is usable, but I still cannot recommend using it right now. But hopefully this becomes a laser beam when you're set up and got a good position to hold your ground. I don't think this thing will be able to outclass snipers, but you should be able to get some decent hits across a good amount of range with this thing. And hopefully brings it into the spotlight, because I know hardly anyone is using the Ultimax 100, so I think this is the one which has the most potential to grow. For the build, I was just using a bipod, the first medium range scope, which is about 3.5 zoom, I believe, and a flash hider. Probably the main negative concern is just the nerf of damage over range, which is going to be introduced to counter the effectiveness of the medium range scopes, as well as the time to kill being increased. This thing might be peppering a lot of people, but let's see if that's the case or not. Hopefully if the damage of it now, because it does feel pretty weak, stays roughly the same, then I think this will be bumped up. But we'll just have to wait and see and check it out. So yeah, make sure you keep an eye out on the Ultimax 100 for the new patch. Up next we have one of my favorite assault rifles, which is the F2000. I believe this gun will also be getting the buff from the medium range scope, as this is one of the most accurate assault rifles, also being one of the highest fire rate assault rifles. Now the fire rate comes into it because if we are getting this time to kill increase, you want to be firing more bullets downrange as fast as possible, and the F2000 is here to do that job. So we've already got 2 of the good things. We've got really good accuracy and really good fire rate. So if we are able to use a medium range scope effectively with this thing, we should be able to laser beam people from a good distance. Right now I still find this gun to be most effective just with a red dot sight. You can use the default sight, which is a 1.25, and I don't think it really gets the negative of the medium range scope at the moment, but I can really see how effective this thing will become with the medium range scope. I can really see the F2000 become a contender for the S tier spot in the new meta. Once again, just with the concerns over the damage drop off, so we might not be as effective over the long distances, but we'll have to wait and see. But seeing that we should be able to keep our bullets on target, we should be able to down our enemies in a decent amount of time still. Or if you're just a player which does have a hard time spotting enemies over even a medium range, the F2000 should be one of the guns that you should be aiming to use. As you can see from these clips though, I am able to get some really decent range kills on some enemies, which is nice. This is just using the basic scope of 1.25, but it would be nice to have that extra little bit of visibility on my enemies. So yeah, that's the F2000. Keep that in mind for the new patch, and we'll move on. Next, we have probably the gun that I've been using the most recently, which is the MK20. Now, I haven't really used this gun much in my time with the game, just because I thought the M110 was the superior marksman rifle, but I believe all marksman rifles will be getting a huge lift with this medium range scope change, and also high contenders to be pretty much all S tier. Now, the main reason why we are checking out the MK20 instead of the M110, the M110 does have more damage, and also has the potential of getting a 2-shot kill by having over 50 damage per shot, and that's why it was my preferred marksman rifle. But now, if we are getting a time to kill increase, that means the M110 is more than likely not going to 2-shot body shot kill our opponents, so that's why I thought checking out the MK20 would be a good change. Now, the MK20, it has a really decent magazine size, which is good for follow-up shots, as well as very little recoil, which is the prime reason. Even though right now it is 3-shot body shots to kill, or a headshot and a body shot, being able to follow up your shots with this gun is really easy, as the recoil is very minimal. even now pre-patch, I've been having a ton of fun with this thing, and it's just been good to pick off people from greater distance, as well as even being able to contest with snipers. I've been running this with a mid-scope as well as a red dot sight on top. This just lets you bring it into the closer quarters, and it actually works pretty well over something like the M110 again, just because the quicker fire rate, you're able to spray more bullets down range and have more chance of hitting. Especially in these close quarters, you'll have people moving around really quickly, and it might be hard to get your shots on target effectively. So having the extra bullet or two in your mag really helps out in these situations. The devs really haven't spoken much about the sniper rifles and how they'll play out in the new time to kill, so we can probably assume the Marksman rifles will take that slot, seeing that there's no bullet trail, there's no sniper glint on the medium range scopes for Marksman rifles, so I really heavily expect the Marksman rifles to shift the game in the next patch. I feel like you'll see pretty much everyone using these things, and our range of engagements between our gunfights be much more extended. We really will have to see this one plays out, but yes, I do highly recommend checking out the MK20 now. It's pretty fun to use, and also just to get those attachments in pre-patch, so then you can go in swinging. But yeah, most of my footage, I've just been using this because it is a ton of fun. But we'll move on. Now, our fourth one, we can't really go anywhere without mentioning sniper rifles, and of course I just have to throw the M200 in here because it is my favorite sniper rifle still, but really it's each to their own preference, just snipers in general. I don't think much change is coming to the sniper rifles as we know of so far. The devs have really spoken not much about it at all, but it's safe to assume with the medium range scope, if you are using a mid scope on a sniper, that the follow-up shots should be a little bit easier with the recoil adjustment. Apart from that though, I still believe that we will have a trail and the sniper glint on the mid scope and long range scope, so it's really each to their own. There's not much benefit here that the snipers will get. The reason why I am mentioning it is because they are still bloody strong. But like I said with the MK20, it's probably the only thing that can really contend with the snipers is the Marksman rifles. Being able to two-tap with a headshot and a body shot, or two headshots, it does pose a threat for the snipers. But really, yeah, I just wanted to talk about snipers because the devs haven't spoken about it, so I believe that they will keep it as an instant kill as a headshot, because I find that they'll lose all their sniper base. If headshots aren't instant killing in the new time to kill change, I think something will go awry really. But yeah, the main reason why I'm mentioning snipers here, because we haven't had any confirmation of what the sniper changes are going to happen with the time to kill. So if sniper headshots are still going to be instant kill, expect a lot more snipers in the game, because why am I going to put 6 or so bullets into someone when I can instant kill them with a headshot? I feel like this is going to be one that divides the community, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. So keep an eye out for your sniper rifles. And you thought that was the end of the video, but no, here's the secret one. Of course, the P90. With time to kill being increased, you want more bullets to be able to throw down, and the P90 has a fuckload of bullets. I still think this gun is at the top of the food chain at the moment, and I don't really see any negatives coming from this. Maybe it could be useful with the medium range scopes now, but I still think just close quarters combat, this thing will still be able to shred through enemies, as well as just having that extra. I've already spoken about this gun so much in the past, but yes, just I think P90 will still be up there as one of the GOATs. Probably the only thing to put it in its place is that if we do change to these more extended gunfights, then maybe it will be less effective, but of course we'll find out. That will be it for this video, guys. I hope you've seen an insight of my mind into what I think will be popular and stronger in the next patch. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like, as it will help me out in the YouTube algorithm. And if you're looking for more BattleBit Remastered content, you might as well hit that subscribe button now, because we won't be stopping the BattleBit content anytime soon. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Oi! 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 Oh no! Oi!
Bodsta.